after I land. I love you too. 你可以把这些花放在一个安全的地方吗？
好的，没问题。
还有一杯 whisky。我在。Look, my client isn't willing to discuss the transaction to sign the NDA. Didn't you read the non-compete clause? Well, call me back when you do. 你需要我帮你把你的东西放上面吗？
哦，不用了，谢谢，就放这里好了。
This was my favorite piece of this entire festival. I just thought it was a phenomenal film, just really beautiful. I absolutely loved it. There's so much to talk about. I don't even know where to begin. I love the dichotomies that we get here: old and young, man and woman, English and Chinese, work and romance. All these separate opposing elements that are just come together in a very harmonious way. Like even the language is switching back and forth so seamlessly. Like I thought it was so well done. I loved it. I love the different relationships that we get here because there are three, the romantic one, mother and son, and then Charles and the old woman. And it comes together so nicely at the end with that very lovely ending, and then the poppies. I thought the flashbacks were just beautiful. They were lyrical and romantic and evoked all the right emotions, narrated beautifully by that actor. Both the actors were great, actually. And I could go on and on and on. I just thought it was a lovely piece, wonderful to watch, and I'll probably watch it a couple more times. So congratulations to everybody that was involved. Great job.
This is a gorgeous, sentimental short. A young, busy man gets on a plane and sits beside an elderly woman from China, and they share precious memories and stories with each other. I love the writing of the piece, so poetic, so romantic. The subtle score really heightened the emotions brought forth. I was very impressed by the performances of both leads. The young man tried to maintain composure, but finally expressed himself. And the female lead was brilliant too, so sensitive, so gentle. The cinematography, especially the flashbacks, was lovely, and the soft lighting enhanced the romance. I also really liked the CGI dragon of smoke. Excellent job.
Really tried to portray throughout it that he was like this very like work-focused guy who was like being nice but mostly like just trying to be polite to her, and then he kind of does snap at one point. All of that felt like a really natural progression, so I thought that was really well done.
I thought this was a very beautiful and affecting story. It had everything to do with the differences between Chinese and Western culture, which was embodied in the protagonist, Charles, who switches from English to Chinese effortlessly throughout. The bouquet of poppies, too, which is where the title of this film comes from, means two different things in the two cultures, as we saw. For the Chinese, it's a symbol of love, and poppies represent a flower of desire. But for us, it's a symbol of remembrance. You know, we use it to honor our fallen soldiers every year, and Charles bought them for his dead mother. And it's the main reason why he's so closed off and constantly burying himself in his work. Even though the main love story in this film is in the widow's and her stories of her dead husband, you can see the budding relationship forming between her and Charles. And there's just a really nice blending of the two cultures in that last moment.
This is a very cute story. I love the mystery around the male character, the pain he's showing, so you don't really understand what's happening, and then they somehow focus on the old lady's story and the whole romance behind that. It's just very cute. The stories and the scenes are taking us back a few decades, which is very good, very nicely done with the costume design, and it is just a lovely morale at the end. It is beautiful and very emotional.
Definitely very heavy. This one definitely tells a lot about the story of the impact of love, not just in a marital sense, but also paternal sense. The legacy of what someone can do in your life and the impact they leave once they're gone. It was a very heavy story because the people we care for will eventually no longer be there, or you yourself may not be there, and after that all that's left are the memories. And that was a very heartfelt message.
The film's just incredible. I was kind of blown away by it. Just everything's so good. The acting's incredible by the two leads. The transitions from like present day to the flashbacks, especially that first one where it's out the window and then down, out the plane window, then down to the ocean. That kind of blew my mind. It was just so good and such a unique story, and it just looked so good. It just looked so professional and well done, and so many great actors. It was a great film, and I really loved the music at the end. I thought that was really moving, and the ending in general was really sweet. So, great job.
This was such a sweet story. It was sweet and it was bittersweet at the same time. I loved the acting. All of the actors did a great job, especially the two leads. You saw this wealth of being on a plane and sitting next to someone who wants to talk to you and you don't want to talk to them. You want to be busy within your work and you're trying to be polite. And having all of the madams' stories kind of include one of the lead characters, that I thought was very, very brilliant. It was nice to see kind of the transition into the memories, as it were. I thought that the Mandarin was amazing. I don't speak Mandarin, but it sounded very believable. It sounded very authentic to me when the lead actor was speaking Mandarin. I also felt that the transitions within the plane were also very good, not just going into a memory, but also within the plane. I loved the line about her telling stories so that her memory would live on. That was really, really nice. That was a great touch. And that kind of summed up the whole story of this. So, good job.